Last time we looked at that for the mean, and we're going to look at it now for the proportion. So I'm going to skip down to look at it for the proportion. For example, a researcher asks what sample size is needed if she wishes to have a 95% confidence interval for the proportion within 3 percentage points if first a prior estimate is given for the proportion as 0.137. So somewhere in the past somebody did a survey and got 37%. Or if we have no prior estimate, there are two different ways that we approach that. Oops. Okay. So we're going to start with the one with a prior estimate. For both of them, we're going to use StatCrunch and use proportion stats, one sample, power sample size. Oh, sorry, with sample size. Ignore that. With sample size. Okay, with sample size. So our prior estimate goes in where it says target proportion. This part's important. Get a different color. This is where our prior estimate's going to fill in, is under target proportion. Our width is going to be twice again our confidence level, or our margin of error. Our margin of error is 1%, so we have to change that to a decimal point. So we had within 0.03, or within 3%. We change the 3% to 0.03, and then we have to double it to get the width of 0.06. So everything, this is a common mistake here, right there, is to not remember that we have to change it to 1%. I make that mistake all the time. So change it to 1% and then double it to get the width. So we have a confidence level of 95%, a target proportion of 0.37, our width was 6, and we end up with a sample size of 995. Any questions on that? Okay. If we don't have a prior estimate from a previous survey, then we do this by using a target proportion of 0.5. So this is important to remember. No prior estimate we're going to use P is 0.5 here. And then the width comes out slightly larger. The reason it's very close to the other one is just because 0.57 and 0.50 are very close together.